guys, my name is Karshina and welcome to Honeysuckle Apothecary. Today I want to talk a little bit about some things that I am loving right now and just to share them with you guys because they are really inspiring me for this year, end of this year and on to 2020, okay? So first, I want to talk about Llewellyn's Witch's Date Book, okay? Now, I've gotten these a few different times in my life, but I like to switch to do different planners, but I always end up coming back to Llewellyn. And the reason is, it's just perfect as far as I have found for a witch, balancing her modern day life and balancing witchcraft. And that's because everything is in it. When you open it, first let's look at the front cover. It's a witch with a pinnacle necklace, calling on the spirits, in tune with the animals you see around her. The wolf reminds me of the moon, and the moon card, and beating on her drum. So that's how the cover is. A couple years ago when I got it, the cover was totally different. It was more like a mixed girl, or it was a multiracial girl. So it's very diverse. I love how they do that with the different covers, and I love her robe here too. So, and it has the sun and the birds and everything. 3 birds remind me of the Ajay. Okay. So this is the front cover. 2020, they've been making it every year since the 80s. So everything it contains in here, in the table of contents, I love the art in this also, is how to use Llewellyn Witch's Date Book, retrogrades, daily chakra healing, pop culture, protection magic, crafting your own sacred schedule, working with Hecate for those who do, and then it goes into the months January through December. And so this is everything that her book kind of teaches you or informs you of day to day. It has the planets, so it'll be a symbol for whatever sign the moon, whatever planet the moon is in, as well as whatever sign the moon is in. And it gives you like basically the interpretation of what everything means here. The motion, it tells you whether Mercury is retrograde or direct, which I love. And it tells you which phase the moon is in first, and they split it up into 4 quarters. So I love that. So every day is going to look like this here, with the day of the week, the moon quarter, the moon, when the moon changes, what sign the moon is in, when the next sign the moon enters, and what time it enters that moon. It says the moon enters Scorpio at 9:30 a.m. Whether any planets are retrograde, and if any planets are retrograde, it'll have the sign of the planet, and then the retrograde symbol, which is that RX symbol, and then what time it goes to retrograde, and as well as even the color of the day, what the spiritual symbolic color of each day of the week is, as well so much as the planting and harvesting schedule, the best spiritual days to do that on. So it contains a lot of stuff, and it's just really, really packed full of like informative information. So this is a must for me. I think you should get it as well. And then it goes into, so each book has like different things. They all come with the same symbolism. The days, the months, the days, the signs, the planets, the moons, and all that. But each one comes planned with different excerpts that they're gonna, or different information and knowledge or resources that they're gonna include in here. And this time they have the retrogrades, and they tell you about Venus, and Venus is in retrograde, what that planet stands for, what it means when it goes into retrograde, how it affects your life, and does that Mercury, Mars, all the other planets. So that's super cool too. And daily chakra healing. I love this. So here it gives you meditations for each day of the week as it relates to the chakra. So Monday would be root chakra, Tuesday is navel, solar plexus Wednesday, Thursday is the heart chakra, Friday is the throat chakra, Saturday, third eye, and Sunday, crown chakra. So that is lovely, and it gives you the meditation for each one, what you're focusing on. Let's look at Sunday. Since it's Sunday today, the focus is surrender versus escapism. The divine works through us, not for us. We must serve as responsible co-creators of our life. Too often surrender is interpreted as a come what may approach, but there's more nuance to healthy surrender. What must be released are the rigid plans of the ego in favor of trusting that taking the next step is enough. This relates so much to the reading, to the astrology, intuitive astrology guidance I got this morning. Taking the next step, surrender, but healthy surrenderism. This is talking about the crown chakra. Trusting in the universe, helping and co-creating your life. The universe can bring you so far, but you have to take that step. They can put everything in place, and if you're looking at it when you're on one side of the staircase and you're at that top step and you don't see anything but darkness, but on the other side of that staircase, what you can't see is your goals, your successes, your purpose, and reaching your purpose and living in your purpose. And you can't see that, and surrendering to the universe and helping to co-create your life is listening and trusting the universe when they tell you, we got everything you need. Take that step, because we're here, and everything for you and for your good and for your happiness is on the next side of the staircase. So that's working with the crown chakra, and that's Sunday, today's lessons, meditation. It says, once that step is initiated, we will be given the next, but we won't be shown the entire map before we agree to leave the house. We won't be shown the entire map before we agree to leave the house, nor can we escape the responsibility of taking action in the absence of complete knowledge. This is the day of surrender. Today, explore your plans and goals. Do you have any? Are they set in stone? Pare it down to just the next step, asking for guidance and allowing your intuition to inform your actions. Then it tells you the color of the day, which is white or purple. I need to go switch colors. So white or purple is the color of the day. The location is at or just above the top of the head, the location of your crown chakra. The crystals for your crown chakra are the Herkimer diamond, quartz, selenite, and moonstone. I love moonstone. That's a Gemini stone. The food and drink, even tells you the food and drink. For today, it says yogurt and kefir, nuts and seeds, especially almond and sesame seeds, sea salt, lavender, or lotus tea. Oh, I love that. So it does that for each chakra. Then it goes into pop culture protection magic. I'm not too into that, but for those who are, I think it deals with, I haven't read into it yet, which I will read it though. But creating gods and goddesses off of celebrities, like people do with Prince and Michael Jackson after they pass. I don't really know too much about that though. Then we go into crafting your own sacred schedule, which I love. I am so unorganized and disorganized, so I love that they take the time to show you how to craft your sacred schedule, balancing your modern with your spiritual, your every day with your spiritual, because all I'm trying to do is balance the two. My whole life is about accomplishing my goals and purpose in life by us balancing my everyday, day-to-day, mundane with the magical and the spiritual and bringing them together. And we can learn how to do it together. So yeah, it shows you that, how to put it into your calendar, how to schedule things that are important not just to the world, but to you, your ancestors, birthdays, deity days, death days, saint days, everything. So I love that. Then it talks about Hecate. For those who work with Hecate, there's a lot in here about her, symbols and signs. Tells you about her, an ancient goddess. Hecate is a personal deity. And then it goes into the months. And this is I love too, because first it shows you the entire month at a glance. So you can put down, stuff that is coming up on different days, so you can plan for it. Has a sign for notes. And then it even tells you here, cold moon, lunar, even the eclipses are in here. Cold moon, lunar eclipse. So as well as things like Martin Luther King Jr. Day, of course, New Year's. Then it tells you here, the sun enters Aquarius. So this is little things like that, the spiritual things that really make a difference. And then it goes into the regular everyday days of the week. And gives you enough space, I think, to write down everything you want to plan for that day, which I love. Like we talked about earlier, it tells you the sign we're in on today, the sun sign. Then it tells you when the moon is void of course at 5:24 a.m., which means it's going from one sign to another. Tells you when it enters the next sign at 10:41 a.m. and the color of the day, ivory. Every day it tells you all those. And you can always flip back to see exactly what it means. And then you'll see the little symbol there. That's the planting day. It's a great day for planting. And then you have the regular stuff too, like New Year's and all that. And then when you turn over, you'll find throughout the book in different days and at the full moon and just weekly, different little tidbits of information. You know, black pepper essential oil, why it's good for you and things like that. So I love that. And each full moon tells you about that full moon in Cancer, which would be the first full moon of 2020, which is on Friday, the 10th, January 10th, the first full moon of 2020 that'll be in Cancer. So it tells you everything about the full moon in Cancer. Let's see with you. So that's what I love about it, guys. I love that it has a full moon layout, a full month layout, then it goes into day to day. I really love that. The different little symbolism artwork. It's gorgeous. And then it has little recipes, which is also awesome. Cheese straws. You know. And it tells you how it relates to the new moon that we've entered. So this is what? Yeah, this is for in bulk, I think. I don't know. I don't really celebrate the Wheel of the Year, but for those who do, it has all that information in there, in bulk, in the star, little stories, little lessons. What else? The artwork, look at that. It's just gorgeous. I love it. So every year they come out with a new one, and sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't, because I love journalism. I love journaling your life and planning my life as much as I can, because I am disorganized. And I love just the whole writing and just art feeling in your hand. So the next thing that I'm loving, let's move along, don't spend too much time on that, is How to Read Tarot, A Modern Guide by Jessica Wiggin. This book is awesome. If you follow her on Instagram, that's her, you can see, at Bahati Life. And I've been following her for some years, and she's an intuitive tarot reader, as well as, she knows the learned version of it, and she's just really on it, like it's a different way of reading, and it really applies to your life, and she's always on point. Okay, so if you haven't seen her, go to her Instagram at Bahati Life. So this book is awesome. It's like been my Bible since I first got it. Another one that has lovely artwork and pictures, and she dedicates it to her ancestor. What I love about this book, she splits it up into the major arcana, the minor arcana, and the court cards, and then she talks about how to give readings and getting started in tarot reading 101. If you're a beginner just learning this, or even if you have, seasoned, been doing it for years like I have, this book is still awesome. It's different from the other ones you're going to find, because she tells it from an intuitive tarot perspective also. She sees the cards for what they are, the physical meaning, and also the spiritually guided meaning. And because of that, she has different sayings. So when you first go to a page, this is the Wheel of Fortune. It'll have the card, and it'll have the sentence that represents the card. Fate has stepped in and is divinely guiding you. I love that. For each one, it's the same. It's the Temperance. Another one I've been getting a lot. I am working to bring opposite energies together to create something new. So when you get that card, that's the phrase you'll think of. And then she goes into what it means, and then what it means in love, personal, spiritual, career, and the reversed. So this has just been excellent in my life. I recommend getting it if you're into tarot reading or astrology. It's a good one to have. And yeah, so that's that one. Another one, because I like books, so that's what we talk about mostly, is my new journal. Because my planner, I tend to mix everything in one book, and I'm trying to get more organized. So we're doing the planner for that, and then we're doing the journal for separate shit. So if you can see, my Witchy, I love that. I don't know what's the rules on YouTube, so I won't say it, but it's by Soul Witch Journals. And only thing I wish with this is that it had a spiral, that it was spiraled here, but I still love it. It's dotted pages. As you can see, I've already started writing in it because I have so many thoughts coming through my head, and I just like to write them down. I write them down, I record them on my phone, I put them in my note app on my phone, but my main way I like is writing them down. It's the bullet journal pages. So this is really good for artists and people who draw and stuff like that, but I don't. I draw, but it don't look like none. But just for jotting down my everyday witchy thoughts and things I want to do witchy-wise, and it's no personal in here. I want to try to keep it as witchy as possible, but then again, my life is pretty witchy in all things. So that witchy journal. I got this on Amazon. But it's also in Barnes & Noble. And I got this on Amazon as well. This is a scarab beetle. Those who know this is an Egyptian or Cometian symbol of protection, good fortune, good luck, and good health. And it's an extremely powerful protection amulet. So this just kind of happenstance came into my life. Tell you a little teeny story. So I was out and about looking, doing me, shopping, getting coffee, running errands, all that. And then I realized I was making something later, and there was a lot of canned foods with it, and my can opener recently has got completely dull and don't work. So I was tired at this point, and I'm driving down the street, and I didn't want to stop nowhere, so I was like, I'm just going to stop somewhere on my way. And I didn't see anything on my way besides banks and shit and crap like that. So I happened to see the Salvation Army thrift store, and I decided to go in there just to see. I know the thrift store, you're never going to find the same thing twice, but I was like, okay. And for some reason, as soon as I got in this thrift store, I said, asking my ancestors and spirit guides to lead me to where I'm supposed to go and find what I'm supposed to find, which I usually don't do, but Spirit's been guiding me so intensely lately that the right words come out at the right time. And so I'm looking for this can opener, and I walked past this bookshelf like 3-4 times, and for some reason something kept telling me to go back, and about the 5th, 6th, or 7th time I go back and I see this tiny scarab. Well, it's not really that tiny, it's about a handful of, scarab on the top of the bookshelf, and I had to get it. First of all, you don't see these that much here, especially an authentic looking one like this. It looks like it was carved out of soapstone. I'm not sure, but that's what it looks like. The ancient hieroglyphics and stuff, the symbols that I've been trying to figure out and haven't yet, but there was so much energy coming from it that I had to get it. I'm just looking at the inside now. But, so, the first thing I did with this, when you buy something from the thrift store, Spiritual Cleansing 101, something this powerful, and I don't know who had it or anything like that. I didn't even bring it in my house. I took it straight to the backyard, and I put it in my cauldron. And the first night, I put rainwater, which is cleansing and powerful. I put black ash water, which was the ashes of sage and tobacco, I think. Sage and other incense, loose incense. If you know about ash water, it's very powerful. Black salt is made with ashes of things like burnt sage and burnt loose incense and stuff like that. So it's very powerful in protection and in cleansing. So I put ash water over it, and I also put, was that it? Oh, salt. So it was salt, ash, and rainwater mixture that I let it soak in my cauldron, which you can see here with my candle in it. And that soaked for a day, complete day. The second day I poured that out, rinsed it off, and I put in tobacco water, which is another cleansing water. And it smelled really good. It doesn't smell like, it's not tobacco, it's tobacco, pure leaf tobacco, no you know, cigarettes or any crazy, just pure leaf tobacco and clear rum. I did, and it sits for 6 to 8 weeks. It's a popular cologne in things like Santeria and Puerto Rican and Latina culture. So I did that, my tobacco water, for the second day. Like, that's it. The third day is when I actually brought it in the house, rinsed it. When I felt it in my hand, it felt lighter, it felt purified. So that's when I brought it in the house, saged it completely in and out. And when you smell it now, all it smells like is sage. Sage is so strong, but sage clears all energies, negative and positive. I didn't want anything left on this because I want to imbue my own energy, my own magic. So I will be putting it under the moon, under the full Gemini moon. Yeah, so that's that. The full moon in Gemini, real quick, guys, it's the last full moon of 2019, and it's in my sign. It's in Gemini. This moon is very on the manifestation wave, creation, completing, getting things done that you've been wanting to get done, projects that have already been rolling but maybe have not been rolling that fast or productive or you know, abundantly as you want them to be, will start to roll in and get it done. Let's call in our manifestations and call in the physical realities that we're trying to create, okay? Because it's the Gemini full moon. It's time to get things done. So in 2020, big things are happening, okay? So yeah, my scared beetle. Love it. That's that. I also wanted to talk to you guys about my candle. She's lit, so we'll be careful. From Bath and Body Works. Oh, I just put one out. Marshmallow Fireside. This is my all-time favorite candle from Bath and Body Works. And what I do is I cleanse the candle with sage or salt water, and then I spiritually baptize it. I guess I'll say. I'll put my roses. With this one, I did roses and clove because it's Marshmallow Fireside. So I do another video on how to turn these store-bought scented candles like from Bath and Body Works into like your own personal spiritual candles, which is really good for closet witches, and I'll show up close picture of this. But because you put these things on top of it, and then once it burns, and once all the wax is melted on the top, and then it cools back off, all the ingredients that you put on top are incorporated inside, so nobody will know, you know, what you're doing. But I also like to look at the name of it and what it symbolizes, and the smell and fragrance of it, and what it do create my own little spiritual candle. So that's my Marshmallow Fireside. This is my favorite scent. I love it so much. Go get it, try it. Another one, because I think we're getting long, is my chai tea. Vanilla chai tea is my favorite thing to drink in the winter months when it starts to get cold, because it's just, I love the spiciness of it. I love the clove and the cinnamon. If you don't know, chai is a mixture of spices like cloves, cinnamon, anise, ginger, and black tea is the main one, all together. I love mine with milk. That's how you'll get it if you go to like Starbucks or any place like that and order chai tea. The normal, usual way to make it is with milk or some type of sweet cream and sugar. I like my own white sugar, or raw sugar, but I don't like it with honey like you usually do with teas. Some people do, but it's my favorite warming thing. It just kind of warms your whole body. Still gives you that energy like coffee, but it's not as much caffeine as coffee, so it doesn't completely have you zonked out and wiry like I get sometimes. This is a good alternative for me because it takes me exactly where I need to be productive and focused and not too far. And it keeps me warm on the inside, and it just makes me feel all like cozy, like wintry, lovely coziness, comfort. I don't know, but yeah. So chai tea, try it. It's really good for you. It can be used spiritually if you call on things like abundance, love, good health. All the things that's in it. Cloves is love and money. Cinnamon is money and love. So it's like, yeah. This is a vanilla chai, but just a regular chai. I love all of them. And then another trick I like to do, I don't know if people do it, is just to get your favorite mild coffee creamer, like a vanilla coffee creamer, or it's just a sweet cream, and using that as your milk in it. It's really good. So, just and then last little thing, I just wanted to tell a few crystals that I'm feeling right now that are calling me is rose quartz. This is my rose quartz ring, and I just love the energy it's giving me. I'm wearing it on my receiving hand, which is my right hand because I'm left-handed, and it just fills me up with love. It fills my energy with love and doesn't let anything that's not love come through and hit my aura. So I'm loving that lately. And also carnelian, this bracelet here. I have a bunch of beaded gemstone bracelets that I make myself, and then I just go into my little jewelry box and see what calls me that day. And carnelian has been calling me a lot. And carnelian is for balance, helping us rebalance ourselves and motivation to get things done. And remember what we're doing it for. And I think it's really been helping me a lot. So yeah, I think that's all I got, guys. Any questions about where it came from or anything like that, just let me know. And I will try to link what I can below. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas and happy winter solstice to everybody. Peace, love, and light.